Hello, welcome to Cardboard History. I'm David. Today I want to share some cards that I've picked up recently. It's been a couple weeks since I've done a pickup video, so I have a little bit of a larger stack of cards here to show you. I've been pretty busy lately. I'm getting ready to head to a conference here soon, and part of that is I'm going to be driving across part of the country to going to Kansas City, and I always really enjoy taking some trips across the country. It gives me the chance to check out some new areas, so I'll probably stop at a card shop or two in St. Louis, and then maybe try to find a card shop or two while I'm in Kansas City, hoping also to go to the Negro League Baseball Hall of Fame while I'm there, the museum, I guess, not the Hall of Fame, and hopefully get to have time to check that out. I've been trying to go there for a while and it just hasn't worked out during any of my trips to Kansas City. But if you know of any card shops that are kind of along the route from Ohio to Kansas City, Indianapolis, St. Louis, or Kansas City, let me know, and would love to try to check those out. Let me turn around the camera here and I can show off some of the cards that I've picked up. First up is this Javier Assad, part of my Cubs Stadium Club autograph collection I'm trying to do. This card left me with just 3 to go, and then I was really excited to pick up this next one, which is the Christopher Morel. So Morel was originally a redemption, and now those redemptions have started coming back. Love this picture, love the City Connect uniform. Looks like he just hit a home run. Just clean on-card auto. This might be my favorite Morel rookie card from this past year. And also, the seller on eBay that I bought this off of was very generous and also sent along several other cards, including this Will Benson auto from Topps Chrome, another on-card auto, a PCA silver pack from 2024 Series 1, and also a Morel red foil parallel from Stadium Club. So this is really cool. I really enjoy cards where players will put their favorite Bible verse on. Some of you have remarked that you've noticed my books in the background and that I have library tags on them. I'm a PhD student working on a PhD in biblical theology, so love to study the Bible and love when players have a special connection with a certain verse in the Bible and they include that as part of their signature. So this was kind of a cool add-in from that purchase. Next up is I have some more cards from the Topps Pro Debut, and these are all cards that I'm working on for the Rainbow, and I'm really getting down to just needing some of the lower numbered stuff. I'm pretty sure except for Pete Crow Armstrong, I have all of the players, all their cards numbered to 99 or higher. So this is the Matt Mervis. This is orange, numbered to 25. And then this is the red mini diamond, which is, I believe, numbered to 5. So this is number 1 of 5. One of the lower numbered cards from the run that I'm trying to pick up. And then Hernandez, this is just his base unnumbered auto. This was the last one I needed. There's 3 Cubs that have autos. Paciola, Ballesteros, and Hernandez. So I was glad to get this one, and that completes all of my base autos for the set. And then I also picked up the silver refractor numbered to 99 for Hernandez. And I also got the red to 10 Paciola auto. So 2 low numbered red cards to 5 and to 10. Were some great pickups. And then I also picked up one more that was in a slab. I typically don't buy cards for runs like this that are in slabs, and I don't know if I'll crack this one out. It's not like I got a 10 or anything like that. But this is the orange foil numbered to 25, which is in a 9. It's a good grade, but it doesn't really fit with the rest of the cards that I have from this set that are raw. When I picked this one up, it was, I think, about $15, which is probably the cost of what it took to get it slabbed up with PSA. I tend to look at the sellers just to see what else they have. I paid $5 for shipping, so wanted to see if there's anything else from any of my collections that I could potentially add in, and the seller had a multiple listing for a bunch of 2021 Topps Chrome Sapphire. So this is another set. Whenever I see these cards for the Cubs, I try to pick them up and try to put together the team set for these years. So he had quite a few of these, and most of these were about $1 with an added on 50 cents for shipping. So that really made it worth it. And got Jose Quintana, Alec Mills, Kyle Hendricks, Billy Hamilton, Albert Almora Jr. with the great leaping catch. Not sure if he made that catch or if it went over his head into the stands. Tyler Chatwood, Jason Kipnis, Craig Kimbrell. I love that. Almost all of his cards, they show him in his pose beforehand. Just such a unique stance. And I don't know if it's meant to be intimidating or just weird, but it's how he locks in on the pitch. Then Jason Hayward, Adbert Alzolay with the Future Stars. Really hoping that he can lock down the closer spot again this year and just continue off the success he had last year. And finally, the Javi Baez. So I was glad to get all of those for relatively cheap and keep working on my Sapphire team run. Then I also have some cards from some more breaks that I did. I bought in on a Morel player break and got his rainbow foil, and also two memorabilia cards. This one, the Home Sweet Home, which I just love that it has the picture of Wrigley in there as this commemorative stadium medallion. Just a little bit of a different card. This one's numbered to 299. And then also a player-worn memorabilia, not game-worn. And then I also was in on a Swanson player break and got the gold, which this will go towards my gold run. And then really a fantastic card that came out of this was the Stansby Swanson game used memorabilia auto. This is my first Swanson auto, and love the look of the card and the fact that it's low numbered. So I was really excited when that one came in. Now I've been getting really close to wrapping up my Topps Cubs run, and I had mentioned previously that I was down to one card left, and I thought I would take this time to just double check and make sure I wasn't missing anything else, and wouldn't you know it, I was missing. So I was missing this Jim Bolger. I think what had happened is in my set, my spreadsheet that I had marked off this card when I had picked up another, because whatever card is next to this in the list I had a duplicate of. So when I was going back through and looking at everything, I realized I was missing this one, and so I picked this up. So now I really am just back down to one card left. And there's a little bit of a weird thing that happened with Topps in the late 90s. In 1999, this was the year after Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire had the summer of 98 and the home run chase to beat Roger Maris. And one thing that they did was, it was part of the base set, card number 461. These are all card 461. They did the home run parade. And so there's a card that has each number of the home run on it. And up until this point, I had one card from this run because they were all the same number, and don't really count these as parts of the Topps team run. They're kind of an expansion of that. But each of these shows some of the details of that home run on the back and tells the story. So the image on the front is the same for all of them, just the number changes in the background and then the details on the back change. So I managed to pick these up for relatively cheap, and whenever if I come across these at a show, I'll try to put them together and slowly but surely work towards completing this run. It's kind of how the top set expands. So they did this in 99, and then in 2000 they did something similar with a series of magic moments cards. And these, again, same image, but at the bottom mentioned different moments. So this is his 98 MVP, his 20 home runs in June of 98, and his 66 home runs in 98. There's a total of 5 cards in this set, so it's not as daunting as the 66 card run from the home run parade in 99. But it's something that I didn't count as the base, but kind of that next step of going beyond just getting one card for each number. So these were all 477, as you can see there in the bottom corner, but a little bit different with the details on the back and on the front. So it's kind of like the short prints that they did a few years ago until they changed over to the Golden Mirror short print, except for these weren't short printed from what I can tell. They appear in the same number, but they're part of the base set numbering. And so I tried to, for my base set Topps run, just get the one card for each of these sets, and then eventually I filled out this set, and I'll work on the home run parade as well. I do keep my eye open for the short prints as well, and that's kind of another way to expand that collection. A couple days ago, I was picking up some groceries and decided to grab a hanger box and managed to hit this, which is Heavy Lumber of Brett Beatty. So this is the only non-Cubs baseball card that I'm going to show off today. But I've wanted to get one of these, and last year the only Cubs player was Sandberg. I just love the fact that they're actually, the top on the front is a wood texture. I think it's actually made from wood, and the image kind of captured on there, but then the back is a cardboard. So these cards are cool, and it was kind of a nice hit out of a hanger box for, not a whole lot of money. Then another part of my collection, which I haven't really showed off yet, is when I first got back into collecting, I started collecting football back in 2020, 2021. And I started a player collection, and I have continued that player collection up until today, but there's not a whole lot left that I'm looking for in the player collection. And that player is Andy Isabella. He was a wide receiver that was drafted by the Arizona Cardinals. He played a game or two for the Ravens and now is on the Bills. He doesn't have a whole lot of statistics. His rookie year was his most profitable or productive year. But just always enjoyed collecting him. He's another player. He'll put a Bible verse on some of his signatures, and just a player that I enjoyed watching and collecting. And for me, it was a fun way to do some player collecting without spending a ton of money. The other player that I collected when I first got back in was Mac Jones. I'm a Patriots fan. He just got traded away this past week. I'm not terribly sad to see him go, except for the fact that I have a significant collection of his cards, none of them too expensive. But I was really hoping that he would be able to take over from Brady and lead the Patriots into the next dynasty, but was not meant to be. We'll see who they end up picking up in the draft here in a month or two. But so I picked up this Plates and Patches full coverage. I didn't have this one yet. I have about 80% of Isabella's cards, not including parallels. So this was one that I didn't have yet from a memorabilia standpoint. And I really hit hard on doing the RPA run. So I tried to get one RPA for every card that he has, and I'm down to just needing a few, and this was one of them. This is a triple player, so 3 patches, 3 autos, a little bit harder to get. Probably the best player on here is Christian Kirk, and he has the best patch in my opinion on here too. But this was just a recent pickup, numbered to 50. And then the other Andy Isabella card that I picked up was this Rookie Neon Signs. This is something that I started trying to do with, I love the element set because the base cards are made out of metal, and it's just a kind of a different, unique set. And so I started off trying to do just his base player rainbow, and pretty quickly I decided to expand to doing the product rainbow. So he has 4 or 5 different cards between his base, auto, and some different patch cards. And all of those have about 4 to 5 parallels. And I'm really just getting down to, I think, one card numbered to 10, one numbered to 5, and a pair of 1-of-1s to complete the product rainbow. This is a card where patience definitely paid off for me. This card, different serial number, has been listed on eBay ever since I started this project for $200. There's 2 copies of it, both of them listed for $200 by the same seller, and it was just ridiculously way more than what it was worth paying. I tried to shoot out lowball offers and just auto declined, and eventually this one popped up for auction and was able to get it at a much more reasonable price for somebody who only takes a couple snaps a year. But really glad to add this one to my collection. So that concludes my pickups for the past couple of weeks. Thank you for taking time if you've made it all the way to the end. Again, if anybody has any suggestions for card shops in St. Louis, Kansas City area, would love to try to check those out. I've been to quite a few, so there's probably a good chance that I've been there before. When I was doing my coursework for my PhD, I took quite a few trips to Kansas City, which is where the school is that I'm attending, and so I would, spend a week there taking a class and then come back and in the evenings spend a little bit of time in card shops. Also, in a couple months, our family's going on vacation, so we'll be taking a trip down to Myrtle Beach and Raleigh. So if there's any card shops that are down in the North Carolina, South Carolina that are worth checking out, let me know, and I'd appreciate it. I'm always curious to check out something new and would love to hear what you guys recommend. Thank you for watching Cardboard History.